Yeah, so when he was born, he was basically failed to thrive because the cystic fibrosis doesn't just affect the lungs, it's the pancreas as well. Then got some tests done, that came back that he had the CF. And then everything gets turned on its head a little bit, so ever since then, he was about a month old then, or 6 weeks old. Ever since then, it's been daily physio. He's had 2 operations for it, bronchoscopies and lavages where they clean the lungs out and that sort of stuff. Two-week hospital stays, so he's had a month in hospital with it on IV antibiotics and that sort of stuff till you can get on top of it. Yeah, so like as they get older, it's a degenerative condition, so like it'll get worse. The life expectancy in Australia at the moment is around the mid-40s.
What we're here to do is take the plunge for Cystic Fibrosis Queensland. It's a fundraiser that CF are holding, and I guess the premise behind it is to head into freezing cold water, similar to the MND, I guess, the ice freeze kind of thing. But what it is to simulate the breathlessness that cystic fibrosis patients suffer every day. So for us to be able to do that for a couple of minutes and be uncomfortable, hey, you know, for someone, my 23-year-old niece lives with CF in Townsville, so this is for her. It's one of the most common genetic diseases in the world, but yet you don't hear of it too often, and it had never showed up on either side of the family, with my side of the family and my brother-in-laws. So it was all a big surprise and a big learning curve for the whole family once we found out about Riley. And yeah, it is a huge undertaking for the entire family, with medication and with massage, percussion, you know, all that sort of thing. It's massive.
Like, if things happen, like you get in your routine, but then life can't get in the way of life, so then your routine's got to change, and obviously he's only 2, so if you're not doing physio in the morning, you're doing it in the afternoon, and it's a bit harder. He doesn't really love it that much. There's still no one in Toowoomba, so we have to go to Brisbane every 3 months just for checkups and that sort of stuff, and so like anyone out in the country, even worse, it's worse for them, like with travel and that sort of stuff, and just taking time out of your life to go to the doctors, basically.
Go first. This has just gotten a lot colder.
Oh, it's not even cold in there.
It would be.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's absolutely fantastic to deal with, no matter what the issue is, and he puts on a brave front, obviously, with what's going on at home. So it really shows the type of person that he is, that he puts such personal things behind him and is so professional towards everyone. He's very above board, and yeah, I can't speak any more highly of Clayton. He's a very, very decent human. What
I love about this is when we put the call out, just via a couple of phone calls and a couple of conversations around the club, people jumped on and said, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, cool, no worries at all. So it shows great unity within the industry here, whether it's, you know, Curic, whether it's the club itself, you know, members, sponsors, you know, jocks, trainers. This is fantastic.
It's not just about the money. Like, obviously the money has that immediate effect, you know, it can buy nebulisers and trampolines and travel and accommodation, that sort of stuff for people. But yeah, it's just about keeping the conversation up, because like I was saying with the science and that, the more that it's getting talked about in the community, the more it'll be getting talked about you know, behind the scenes, and the more that sort of gets done.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic that everyone come together, you know, all walks of the racing industry. We all come together as one to support such an important cause.